right. Did that backwards. More user error here on my sports reports. I am Marshal Manlove from the home studio in Middletown, Delaware. My guests appeared on the screen before I did. Oh man, someday I'll figure out how all this works. All right. So, I'm horrible at this. I really need to get a budget and pay someone to help me. Oh man. What's going on here? There we go. All right. So from Northwoods, Minnesota, on the right side of the screen there is TJ Chiabotti, and to his, let's see, his right, it's our left. Is that screen left, stage right? I don't even know, man. I just can't believe I had everything backwards. All right. Oh my gosh. All right. That's it. I wanted to pop up the Northwoods Grizzly logo. There we go. Got that going now. Here we go. And one of his coaches, his football coach right now, is Joel Anderson. And somewhere in the background, I believe, is still his head basketball coach, Will Kleppy. Is Will back in there somewhere? Okay. All right, so thanks for coming, and there's the head basketball coach, Will Kleppy. All right, fantastic. Who looks like he just got a whole lot shorter there. Okay. All right, so TJ, all right, now the North Grizzlies logo is on your head, so I'm just going to pop that off there. Oh, man, come on. There we go. All right. So TJ Chiabotti has accomplished something so rare. We don't think that it has been done before at the high school level. His milestones in his career are as follows. He has rushed for over 5,000 yards on the football field, and also just recently reached a 2,000 point milestone on the basketball court. Now, when I found this, we mentioned this on the Milestones edition of our show a couple weeks ago, and I wanted to reach out because it's not very often that you get to meet somebody who's done something like this. And when you do the research here, and I've been trying for the last couple days, not like 8 hours a day, like about 15, 20 minutes a day or so for the last couple days. We know he's the first person in Minnesota to do this, but we don't think it's happened anywhere. Now, when you start to pull up some of these career milestones, you find some like Hall of Fame athletes who have starred and excelled in 2 or 3 sports. But the different milestones that people have reached are not this. Like, you will find a quarterback who maybe has passed 10,000 yards and then scored 1,000 points maybe in basketball, or John Elway's example of a baseball player and a basketball player. Jim Brown, the Hall of Fame running back for the Cleveland Browns, rushed for over 5,000 yards in high school. And it mentions that he averaged 30-some points on the basketball court in his senior year, but there's no career totals. And back then, it wasn't standard to play 4 years of varsity sports. So we think this has not been done before. And TJ, thanks for coming here. I got all sorts of questions for you. And we can pop off all the statistics and all that, but I want to get to know you a little bit and your coaches. And you're gonna tell me about how they've helped you in your career, what kind of people they are that have helped motivate you to succeed. And then I'm going to let them tell me about you, so that people can follow you. And you know what, TJ, first I'm going to say this first. I hope you stay healthy and humble, because it would be fantastic to see you join the ranks of some of those other names. I think that would be fantastic. Yeah, and I can tell by the look on your face that you're a humble guy, and I can see the way your coaches' heads are shaking. They are. All right. So I babbled a little bit too long there, but I was excited because I like sports trivia like this, right? So this is pretty cool. All right. So first of all, TJ, what does TJ stand for?
Tyler John.
Tyler John. All right. And how old are you?
18.
All right. And let's see. So you just got done with the basketball season. Talk about what stood out for you during your basketball season this year.
It was a fun year because last year it was cut short. Um, Obviously, we didn't hit our goal, but we got far and we had a fun season, so I'm fine with that.
And that's the other thing about these milestones is that I imagine you had some games shaved off during football season too, right? 1 or 2 years. Did you miss games in both years, these last 2 years?
Just my junior season.
Junior season? Okay. And so I take it you started varsity all 4 years, both sports?
Yeah, I got a varsity basketball when I was in seventh grade, but I didn't play much.
Okay. And so let's go back to football season then. Obviously, you're a running back, but you're not just a running back, too. So your coach sent over a bunch of stuff. So not all right. So here's the statistics for people who like them. And so 33 games, 5,360 yards. So if you break that down, like so pros play 16 games. That's like rushing 2,600 yards a season if you just to break down a full 16 game season. And nobody's ever really done that, right? 72 total touchdowns, and you have 12 interceptions on defense. A couple six fumble recoveries, 2 touchdowns. You're like all over the place. Yeah, do you ever come off the field in football?
For special teams, yeah.
Okay. All right. Yeah, you need a break. Got to get a drink of water at some point. And what position do you play on the basketball team?
I don't know, just a guard. We don't really have positions.
Okay. And how tall are you?
5'10" and a half,
Okay. How much you weigh?
185.
All right. So are you signed to play collegiately anywhere?
I just committed to go to UMD I'll probably just walk on and play football if I
Okay.
can.
They don't know what they're getting, man. They don't know what they're getting. They don't know what a star in the making that you are here. You know, really. And you're gonna walk on, really. Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So, Coach Anderson, Joel, I didn't. However you want to be called there. I'm going to call you Coach Anderson. Okay. Tell me a little bit about TJ here. What he means to you. What kind of person he is. His accomplishments on the field from your perspective.
That you really can't say enough good about TJ. From the leadership and the play. You practice like you play. He's the first one there. He's the last one to leave. I'm kind of in a special boat in the sense that I've actually I've pretty much coached every football game TJ's ever played. From the time he was in sixth grade, he was moved up to play with our junior high teams instead of in the pony leagues. That was a petition by other parents from schools, not us. And then 2 years ago, I took over as the head coach. So, I've really been a part of all of it, and it's just been spectacular. For the last 3 years for sure. We saw 8-9 guys in the box, and in the biggest stage, he just got better and better.
And Coach Kleppy back there, how you doing? all the way in the back there. Come on up, join the fun. So, talk about TJ on the basketball court there, and let's get TJ. Half his head's gone. There we go. There you are. Go ahead, Coach. Tell me about TJ from your perspective.
He's the hardest worker on the floor every game we play. And, I was privileged like Coach Anderson. I was there for all 2,000 of his 2,114 of his varsity points. To see everyone go in the hoop was special for me. But I just want to echo what Coach Anderson said, which is TJ's the hardest worker we have on the floor. He's a natural leader, leads by example, and for him, the amount of work he does in the off season, as far as preparing himself for the competitive high school season, is nothing I've seen. The hours he puts in the weight room, on the court, just working to improve himself physically. But like I like to say, he's also a top-notch student. You know, he's a great student here at Northwoods. He gets his work done in the classroom. He's got spectacular attendance in school and in athletics. You know, he's a real deal, and you know, just been blessed as a coach to have TJ in our program, and for all he's given us, he's been instrumental to our success.
Do you kind of find that successful athletes who are hard workers like that are also good students? So, TJ, where do you see yourself, your career path here? I know it's early, you're 18, you know, but what are you looking to do with yourself?
I want to go to college for physical therapy.
Okay. All right. And what motivates you on a daily basis?
Just help my family out and be the first one to finish college.
That's awesome. Do you play a spring sport?
No.
You got to rest at some point, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. And then what are you going to do for the summer then? Are you going to like play club basketball or anything like that, or just get ready to try to hit the football field and make the team there?
I'll probably just probably get ready for football and just work out and show the coaches what I have, and then probably just hang out with my friends.
So tell me about your high school there and your area for those who aren't really familiar with it. What's it like there in Northwoods?
It's a really small school, but everybody knows each other, so that I like that. I love that. I'd rather go to here than a bigger school.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, a lot of people like that. So if people come to watch your games in the future, because now like 3 or 4 more people know about Northwoods High School. It's not like I have a lot of listeners or watchers or anything like that, you know. But, you know, so if 3 or 4 more people are now familiar with Northwoods and they want to go watch the football team or the basketball team play next year, or any of the spring sport teams, where would they go to maybe eat before or after a game? I always like to know that.
Oh, there's VC or the South Switch. Those are good options.
Okay. And people who are successful like this, who have these hard work ethics, also I have found have perhaps little rituals, maybe even some people call them superstitions, that kind of help them mentally in one way or another. Do you have anything like that? Do you like wear the same socks until something doesn't go your way or something like that?
Not me. I just usually, before the game, I usually sit on a bench and just vision myself making good plays.
You know, I will tell you something that I can guarantee you that is one of the reasons why you are successful. I help people. I'm a hypnotist, and I help athletes enhance performance, and that's one of the things that I do. I have them visualize themselves doing something successful. So it doesn't surprise me that you do that.
Yeah.
It doesn't surprise me that you sit on the bench doing it, because you don't get any other opportunities to sit on the bench while you play. Like, I might as well take my break now, because I'm going to be scoring points and rushing for touchdowns for the next hour or two here. Yeah. All right. So tell me about your coaches and how they have helped you over your years there.
So Coach Anderson, he's been with me like most of my football career since I got here, and he brings the energy in practice, and that really fires me up to make me want to do the drills and get better and help the younger kids out. And then Coach Kleppy, I'm lucky to have him as a coach. He's a Hall of Fame coach. And my grandpa is also a Hall of Fame coach too. So I guess I'm just lucky to have both of them.
That's awesome. So you can't do any of this all by yourself. Are there any people on your team that you would like to, you know, shout out to, say thanks for blocking for me, thanks for passing me a ball now and then?
Yeah,
Go
yeah.
ahead and
Yeah,
talk about some of your friends.
Ethan Byram, who blocks for me, one of my best friends, and then Ty Falbish, who's the quarterback. Throws me the ball.
All right. Let's see. What am I missing here? Fill in some of the blanks for me. You guys all know each other. What am I missing? Anything? What else can you tell me here about TJ?
TJ made mention that about his grandpa being one of his coaches. So his grandpa, Jerry Chiabotti of Big Fork, Minnesota, basketball coaching fame, has been our assistant coach for the last 6 years, and you know, he transitioned to that role as an assistant coach to come over and help me, and he's been a huge part of TJ's development and getting him in the gym and showing him how it's done, and it's been fun for me to watch their relationship as a grandfather and grandson through all of this sports journey. Has been it's been real special to see, and a huge influence on me, and it's been a unique situation to have that type of knowledge, and for TJ to be able to spend that amount of time with his grandfather has been incredible. And his dad Neil is a scout for us. He does a lot of game prep for us and scouting opponents and helping us game plan. So it's definitely a family affair. And TJ's younger brother Brendan is a starting point guard on our team. Excuse me.
How about you, Joel? Anything you want to add there?
Well, you know, I mean, he comes from a long line of athletes. You know, his uncle Scott was the head football coach in Tower, you know, which is about 30 miles away. It's actually where TJ lives. You know, and he went to state, what, four or five times, you know, before the school itself shut the high school down. You know, and there's a lot of stuff about TJ. Number one, his IQ in athletics is far ahead of pretty much everybody else on either the court or on the field. You know, he's got you set up, and before you know you're set up to be failing, you know, a long time before anybody else is even realizing it.
Well, it's definitely been a pleasure to meet the three of you and learn a little bit more about the personality behind the numbers there, for sure. TJ, anything I know you're a humble guy, but anything I'm missing here about you that you want to talk about, want to add? Anybody want to thank? Anything like that? Whatever you want to do.
Yeah, I want to thank my uncle Brian, because during the summer you made me and my cousin Jared run hills to work on my speed. So I think that really helped me during football.
Here's just one random question. What's the temperature like out there right now?
What is it?
30.
About 30. It was 3 degrees yesterday morning when we woke up. So.
The first time I was ever in Minnesota was 0, and they had I-94 shut down for snow for 100 miles. I'm like, oh my gosh. I thought they were used to snow up there. It was horrible. Like, I don't know if I want to come back there, but it's beautiful. I have been back. It's a great state, and I've talked to a couple great athletes there, with you being the latest one there, TJ Chiabotti. I am thankful I got to meet you. Coaches, thank you so much for arranging this and getting me all that information. I wish the best of luck to all of you. TJ, I hope that you walk on and make that team and do bigger and even bigger and better things. I can see that for you. But please, I pray for your health, and I hope you stay healthy and humble as well.
Thank you.
All right, gentlemen, thank you so much. I'm going to end this on your end there, and I will send you links to all this if you don't already have it. Thanks once again, and you have a wonderful day. Best of luck to everybody, and take great care. Thank you so much.
Thanks, you too.
You too.
All right. Yeah, so that was pretty cool. So, really, when you take a look at people who have reach this kind of milestones. You can't find it anywhere. You can't find it anywhere. It's not out there. It's an amazing feat. 5,000 yards rushing, 2,000 yards on the basketball court. Just one, either or, would be fantastic. And we would be happy to talk to whoever that was who accomplished either one of those milestones here on the show. One person, one guy, both of those milestones. And he is in good company. I'm telling you, check that out. Google those stats: 5,000 yards rushing, 2,000 points on the basketball court. See the names that come up, but none of them compared to that particular statistic. It is really kind of it's amazing. I'm just, I know it's high school sports and all that, but still, these days people specialize in one sport or another. And then most of the people who specialize in one of those sports or the other don't reach that milestone. So it's really incredible. So I'm just glad to be able to have gotten him in here. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, this show has been brought to you, as usual, by me, Marshal Manlove, stage hypnotist. If you would like a funny, fascinating, and memorable experience, find out more about my show at marshalmanlove.com. You will have a good time. I've done my show in Minnesota a couple of times. Walker, Minnesota. Been there. Where's that other place? Grand Forks, way up there. Yeah. Beautiful state. And my show's a lot of fun. If you would like to consider having one, again, it's marshalmanlove.com. All right. I think that'll do it. And if you know somebody who you think I might be interested in speaking to or with, shouldn't end my sentences in prepositions, but I just did with two different prepositions. Reach me at mysportsreports@gmail.com. If you have somebody that you know who has reached a milestone of some sort, just send that to me at mysportsreports@gmail.com. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, I am Marshal Manlove. Still shaking up a little. Still a little shaken up? Shaking. Still a little shook up from the usual era at the beginning of this video. Hey, if you would like to join the crew, help me out. My sports reports at gmail.com. I'm out.